Hey folks, it's Tom and Frugal Prepper. We're having fun playing some games, me and Wesley.
Hi.
Yeah. So, what we did is I got my old Super Nintendo, my Super NES over here on the shelf, and that sucker died. And I still want to fix it, but I have all these NES games over here that I like to play, and so we've been working on this project for a while to basically build our own game system. And so what we did is we started out with this Raspberry Pi Zero. It's basically a little computer on a card. This is the Zero, which is the smallest one. You can buy these for like around $5. And then it's got a little SD card on it. It's got 2 micro USBs. One's for charging, one's to plug in your devices. And it's a mini HDMI out, so you have to have a mini HDMI to HDMI adapter to hook it up to the TV. And so I'll show you here. What we ended up getting was this little micro USB to regular USB hub, and this worked okay for Atari games, regular NES games. It worked okay for Sega Genesis games. But Super NES games, it just didn't quite have the processing power to handle it, and the sound and audio and video would break up. Because you gotta remember, when it runs something through an emulator, it actually takes a lot more processing power to run it than the original equipment was, because it's emulating that original hardware. So we invested in this guy for $35. This is the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. And again, it just takes an SD card. It loads in the back over here on the end, but this one actually has an Ethernet port. These both have built-in Wi-Fi as well. But basically, you load up the image, you download your ROMs, you put them on there, and a little bit of quick configuration, and you're set up and running. And we just got this USB NES Super NES controller by Buffalo for like $14, and it's just like playing the old games again. So I just loaded up the ROMs for the games that I own. But yeah, this will even do some Nintendo 64 stuff. This will do, I think even some, what was the other one after the Nintendo 64? The GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube.
It'll even do some GameCube stuff and things like that. So, pretty sweet. But yeah, we're just in here having fun.
Very nostalgic.
Playing the old games. He was playing Yoshi's Island for a while, and Super Mario World, and
Super Mario World's my
I saw you
game.
playing Kirby earlier. So yeah, just a lot of fun for $35. The cost of $15 for a card. I already had the HDMI cable and the charger, and it was $14 for the controller, which we might get a second controller for doing 2-player games, but. Over on my other channel, if you want to see how I did this, over on my other channel, which is Network Engineers Playground, I don't have the one up where I did the Raspberry Pi 3B yet. I'm working on that video, but I have the video up. I did 2 videos of figuring this all out from the start and getting it done on the Raspberry Pi Zero, and it's really the same thing for the Raspberry Pi 3B. So, if anybody else is interested in doing this, it's a whole lot of fun. And if you got kids, you can even buy little cases that you put these in that look like a little tiny Nintendo or Sega, and for like $20 you pop it all in there. You can buy heat sinks and stuff for these if you get into playing the higher end like Nintendo 64 games. You might need one. It doesn't get very warm. I mean, it gets warm a little bit, but it's not like hot doing just the Super NES stuff, so that's fine. But you could do this all up with a couple controllers, put it in a little case, and make an awesome Christmas present for somebody that either used to play games a lot when they were a kid and they're grown up now, or just for the kids. These games are still a ton of fun, even though they're older.
Very nostalgic.
So yeah. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll put a link down below and up here in the corner to the other video. Thanks. Bye.